Gotham Knights was canceled for the PS4 and Xbox One. And funnily enough, this was not like a main topic. This was like just buried within their, website. So we're going to take a look at it. But I will remind you to subscribe to the channel because that makes Carl see just a little bit better. Every subscriber to this channel restores just a little bit of sight to Carl. So make sure you hit that sub button. And, of course, like the video and share it with your friends because it's always fun to laugh at us. So share that video so they can make fun of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, by all means.
Hate watch.
Hate watch. We love hate watch.
2022.
All right, so as you can see, this is a May 10th update. Gotham Knights official Nightwing and Red Hood gameplay reveal. This is on the WB Games Montreal website. And we're not going to be talking about this because buried underneath all of this, in this little thing that I'm going to highlight here, it says Gotham Knights is scheduled to launch worldwide on October 25th, 2022. Please note, to provide players with the best possible gameplay experience, the game will release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/X, and PC, and will no longer be available for PlayStation 4 or Xbox One consoles.
The end is nigh.
So do you think this is a one-off? Is this just this studio can't make it work on previous generations? Or do you think that that's it? PlayStation 4, Xbox One?
I wouldn't say it's 100% done, but this is definitely a step in that direction. I mean, but people, especially if this game does well, people will follow suit.
Well, what I think is happening, they finally have enough next-gen console owners that aren't scalpers. So they're probably giving the green light to go ahead and push this in the next-gen direction.
It is quite possible. I do think that while it's not the end, this is at the very least the canary in the coal mine. This is the signal that the end is nigh. Some of the more low-spec games will probably still be, cross-generation. But I think
but any
the newer, higher-end stuff.
Yeah, it's done on that. Especially after what was that game that was so bad? Trying to be like it really struggled on
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk struggled so badly on the last gen. So probably learned a lesson off that.
Step in the right direction after all.
Yeah, I don't care. I got a Series S, so bring them on.
Ooh. Days Gaming says he got his, he don't care.
That's why I got mine. And if the rumors are to be believed, we'll be getting a disk drive.
Disk drive for what? The new Xbox?
The Series S.
Oh, like an external hard drive?
Yeah, external disk drive.
Really? Heck yeah, dude.
It was just something Review Tech USA was talking about it, so it's possible.
I hope so.
Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of the Xbox?
No, the purpose of the Series
I couldn't get
S.
it. I couldn't get an X at the time. I could only get my hands on an S, or I would have bought the X.
The purpose of the Series S is to provide a more economical option for people who don't wish to pay $500.
Yeah, but he's saying then you'd have to have the expense of the hard drive on top of that.
I mean,
I think is what he's saying.
As long as you can run like Blu-ray movies and stuff like that, I'm all for it.
For me, that's perfect because all I could get was a Series S. So, and I have games that I want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much do you think this external disk drive is going to cost?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it'd be more than $100.
I don't think it's going to be more than 100, maybe 150, something like that. I doubt it's going to be 200.
I'm hoping $89.99.
Ooh, that'd be
I'm
good
just trying to figure how this would, if you can get the S plus a disk drive, cheaper than the X, what would be the reason?
It's got more power. The X has more power. Like they're not the same.
Yeah, the X has higher resolution options and better performance and crap like that.
It's not just the disc.
That's what I'm saying. It's just crap. That's what.
It's not just the disc missing. There's other things too.
Yeah, like there's less space, no disk drive. You're stuck at like whatever it is, like 2.5 for K or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's got better performance too, just overall.
I mean, the purpose is to, you buy the core unit essentially, then you upgrade it over time.
Well, see, because the PlayStation, the disc-less version, the digital version, and the one with the disc drive, that's it. That's the only difference.
Yeah, but
there was only a difference of $100, right? Like those other ones are a difference of $200.
Yeah, and you can bet the Series S is more readily available anyway. So
yeah, that's all I could get. I actually had to pay $400 for a Series S online, just because, and the only reason was because my Xbox One X took a crap.
Y'all want to guess how much I paid for mine after all was said and done?
How much, Carl?
Double.
2 hand jobs behind the 7-Eleven?
I paid double price after all was said and done.
$600?
I paid because I went through flex payments.
Ooh.
Do I regret it?
Yeah.
No. I don't regret it. I do it again. That's how I'm going to buy the PS5 when I get it.
What were your payments?
Oh, I forget whether there was like 3 payments. I think it was like 3 payments. They were very doable. Didn't get in my way.
Don't you just put the money to the side, Carl, every month? And then when you get enough to pay it all at once.
Because
he wanted it now. He wanted it now.
I wanted it now.
Right.
I wanted it now.
To get back on topic.
Back to topic.
Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights not going to be available for PS4 or Xbox One. I do think that the higher end games, the more AAA, the Call of Duties, all of that type of stuff is not going to be available on the previous generation. That's it. I think that it's over for now.
It happens every generation. It's just a matter of time. So got to keep moving forward.
And honestly, I think this is a good thing. I think I know some people are going to be mad, those who have not made the jump to the next generation, but they're no longer going to have to hold games back graphically and push the boundaries of what the Xbox S, or not S, the X and the PlayStation 5 can do, right? Because now they're trying to hold back a little because they got to make sure it's compatible and almost a comparable experience between the previous and current gen. Now they can say scrap the current gen or the previous gen, only focus on the current generation and push that hardware to its limits. I mean, the haptic feedback on the PlayStation 5 controller is fan-fucking-tastic, but it doesn't get enough use because it doesn't exist on PlayStation 4.
Okay, so, all right. I know, Tony, that you remember the PS4 controller. Remember that touchpad barely got any use in the long run?
It did. It got very minimal use. And when it did have use, it was usually just a button.
Yeah.
Like, now you have an extra fucking button in the middle.
I mean, what makes anyone think that the haptic feedback is going to get fully utilized? It could end up in that situation.
Fantastic. Because the haptic feedback, Carl, it's life-changing. Play Astro's Playroom with the PlayStation 5 controller. You're like, oh my God, I want this on all the games. You could feel, like when you're walking, you just feel it through your hands. When you're pulling the triggers and they get tight, it's an experience. It is a game changer. That controller,
I don't need all those gimmicks on my precious Xbox.
Hear that, guys?
You say
he
that
takes
now.
His
Remember
controller.
No,
he takes his controller to bed with him.
Not going
there. It gets tight.
Yeah. But remember, people were saying the same thing with Rumble, right? Remember, Rumble's just a gimmick. I don't need Rumble. Now people can't live without it, right? They want all the games.
I don't need Rumble.
Well, that's because you're old.
But
You can't feel it.
I'm an octogenarian. I don't need Rumble because I'm used to playing. I like the old controllers anyway. So
I use the Hori Split Pad Pro on my Switch, so I don't use it.
See, Tommy O says the triggers are sensational. They are. They really are. I know when you're old, like Days, and the Rumble rattles your bones and makes your arthritis act up.
My wrists, my poor wrists,
my poor wrists.
But I'm telling you, the Rumble, the haptic feedback, the triggers, you'll be like, man, this is. I was thinking just like you guys before I got it. I was like, oh, this is just gonna be a gimmick. It's not gonna feel good. It's gonna be dumb. But it really was. It really was a game changer. Blinded Braille, do you have something to say on the topic?
Yeah, I did. I heard what you guys were saying about the PS5. This is how you guys haven't played the PS5. The PS5 controller is game changing. So much so that Xbox had to patent their own version of the haptic feedback. So
good. So we got one then two comment. Yes.
You were just shitting on it like 2 seconds ago, saying that you
that's the only reason why it came in.
Sour grapes. Now I got my grapes. So
Ours are wine grapes, right, Dazed?
Yeah.
So what do you think, Blinded? Do you think that previous generation is now going to get ignored by the AAA games and they're going to focus solely on the current gen?
I would hope so. I mean, I don't know if God of War is going to come out this year, but if it does, then yeah, the PS4 and Xbox One are pretty much dead because that would be the last kind of big exclusive. And honestly, I think Microsoft should probably drop the Xbox One Starfield port.
Angry Daddy of War.
Well, maybe that's why they're delaying it. They're going to delay it and then, hey guys, we're dropping the Xbox One.
Yeah, it's. I never really understood why people are complaining. It's like we're 2 years into the generation. People have bought these new consoles. I've bought these both new fucking consoles, and it's I don't want fucking the money that I spent to go to waste for 2 years just because other people are struggling to buy it. I get it, but gaming is a luxury, so I don't really have much sympathy. I'm sorry. I know that's a dick thing to say, but I just don't.
He has a point.
Yeah, if this was food and water, yeah, it's different, but it's fucking gaming, so.
Yeah, these welfare freeloaders need to move to the side.
It's time to move on.
So
here's the thing. Hold on. Amiko Chan says PS4 is so old. Now it's time to move on. Yeah,
it's 10 years old.
10 years. There's so many games available for the PS4.
The library is huge.
Xbox One.
Xbox One. There's plenty. Go back.
Yeah. You don't need the newer stuff. Go back and explore the library of the system you have because you didn't move on.
I bought a game at a yard sale for the Xbox One this week for 50 cents.
Jeez.
So come on. There's plenty. You can get some cheap games right now.
What was it?
Battlefield 1.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah, bro. Oof. That's rough.
All right. So we're going to move on from this topic.
Days, me and you will have to chip in and get Tony an Xbox Series S.
Hell no. I'm going to chip in and get myself a PS5.
Yeah, if you already have an Xbox, buy a PS5.
Yeah. First off, before we move on, let me just clarify for Carl. I don't need anyone to chip in. I just don't have one because I don't want one. Secondly, I probably will get one eventually. I'll break down the same way I broke down and got the Switch and I got the Steam Deck and I got the PC. Eventually, at some point, I will break down and get the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, I'll probably buy a PS5 when it goes on sale.
I'll buy one probably in August.
But yeah, so just a reminder, if you are a current gen console owner, your future is bright. If you're a previous gen console owner, sorry, but that door is closing, and all the big games will no longer be available to you.
Yeah, pretty much.